Both GJ and gold. We're gonna have to see. I don't think that I like the buy side of GJ because on the 4 hour, there's no real clean. There's nothing clean up there that I'm seeing. And on the 1 hour as well, I don't like anything that I'm seeing. I think if we break this 4 hour low here, there's going to be nice clean range on the 4 hour candles here. So the sell underneath these lows makes sense to break into this. So that's what I'm going to anticipate for GJ. But with gold, I think we just opened up on the 7 o'clock candle, but we didn't create a bottom wick on mine, I don't think. Let me check my other broker real quick. Let's see here. What's going on here? Come on. Man, my stuff is moving slow today. Yeah, so mine didn't create a bottom wick. I don't like that. So typically, if this were to break the high here, this is something I would execute a buy on, but this has no bottom wick. So if you look on the 1 hour, this new 1 hour candle, I don't have a bottom wick there. So I will not execute a trade there. That don't make any sense.
So, bro, I'm looking at gold right now. I'm looking at gold right now. You see, I mean, the zone you're actually talking about, the one that where we market currently is right now. And you said that, I mean, if it breaks above that zone, you're most likely going to quickly execute for it to fill in that range up there.
Well,
Yeah, exactly there.
well, there's no bottom wick on this candle, so
Yeah.
I won't execute that trade.
So what I'm looking at is what I'm looking at on this market right now on gold. What I want to see on gold right now is I want to see gold sell, but I want to see gold throw. Like I know you're always after you want to see a wick to the downside, and then the wick to the downside, and you know that there's something is about to happen here, or the wick to the upside, and the market is bearish, and you know, okay, good, the move is about to happen. So what I want to see on gold is I want to see it give that wick just like you normally teach that wick to the upside, but that wick to the upside is going to eventually be the entry I'm going to be more interested in. That's where the wick is going to go to the upside. So if you look to your left, you see that clean range there, that clean range. What exactly that range, right? Exactly that range. So if you look at the two bullish candles before the bearish run, those two bullish, 1, 2, those are the candles I want to. I'm hoping the market goes and trades to that zone, and then most likely we could get a sell from there. But again,
I agree with that.
But again, because I mean that's the high of the day, and if you look at, I don't know, on the high of that, the current high where the highest point there, I don't know what time that was on New York time. Yeah, that time. What time was it there?
2 a.m. That's London time.
That's 2 a.m. Well, hold on, let me check just to be sure. I want to be sure about that time. Very important. Sure about that time. So
I'll tell you this though, real quick, that if we
okay, perfect.
Let me say this real quick. If we see this price hold here and this 15-minute candle break this low to sell, I'll execute a sell underneath that to fill this 15-minute range as well. That's a 15 pip range there. On the 30-minute, that will make sense. So we just gotta wait for the price to set up. But yeah, that's 2 a.m. London time.
I'm also really liking the GU sell off as well.
Oh, don't even.
As well as gold.
I ain't even talking about GU. Don't get me going.
I knew Tana was gonna go crazy.
What happened?
I ain't even.
I mean, I caught the sell off last night, but not much.
Here's what happened with GU, Hussein. Well, Hussein, if it breaks this low right here, typically speaking from price action, don't take my word on it because apparently me one day I couldn't find a trade on GJ or gold, so I went and traded GU because I wanted to trade, and it was the last time I did it this year because it just did not work out for me.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't
Oh my
anything bad,
goodness.
it was just my typical loss, but still, I'm like, why did I just because I couldn't find a trade on gold or GJ, I went and traded it, and then I took a loss on it, and then I'm sitting there like, why did I don't even know why I just did
That's
that.
funny. Gold is very clean, by the way. Like
Yeah.
that's probably the cleanest pair right now.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think gold is going to be, I think we just got to let it set up because we'll be able to see some smaller time frame structure. If we start to break down here, we'll see a high, a lower high with this 15-minute rejection here. Tried to break out a big bearish candle, seeing a big wick to the upside. If we break that low, that sell-off makes sense on gold. So
Yeah, sort of makes sense on gold. Well, anyways, I'm looking at gold, looking at it very well. Like I was telling the team the other day, I told them that listen, like what you always do at home, you don't actually to look for anything. You just trade plain price action. A lot of people want to draw Fibonacci and be like, oh, the market is at 50%, at the 62. Even though sometimes you're trying to use that to get something, but it don't make any sense. But basically, I like gold.
yeah, so
Pretty weak to the upside.
real
And then we
quick,
sell.
just so everyone knows on
Yeah.
here, when this price, if this price on this 15-minute is to break this low, I'm gonna execute a sell here. My stop is gonna be like 10 pips, and my target ultimately is gonna be this 15-minute range, but I'm gonna manage this on a 1 minute, and if price is to pull back up into this range and say I'm gonna close an earlier loss with maybe half or a quarter of my anticipated loss. So what I'll do is I put 2% risk on, and I always close before that 2% risk stop loss is hit, because there's no point in taking a full loss. Doesn't make sense. So what
Yeah,
I
one
do
thing-
is I know exactly where I'm going to execute, and I know where my stop loss is going to be. So everything for me is already set. My numbers are already set. So when I click sell on the execution, I don't have to jack around after that, because gold is very volatile. And say I enter here without a stop loss, it could easily wick back up. 15 pips in 10 seconds before I type everything in. So that's why I keep everything ready to go beforehand. But what were you going to say, Hussein?
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Trade your or plan your trades and trade your plan. That's what everyone should be doing. But one thing I was talking about on my training on Thursday was the fundamentals of gold. If this war between Russia and Ukraine breaks out and Iran and Israel, then we should see gold spike up really, really high
Oh
if the
yeah.
US gets involved.
Oh yeah, and it would make sense too. Our dollar recently, our dollar has been looking nice for gold buys. So if we get back down towards like 89,500, I think that there's going to be some sort of fundamental catalyst that pushes it all the way down to like 80. I'm
Yeah.
looking for
And we're
that big
due
move.
for a crash. We're due for it.
Yeah, that's going to be, because I said this last night on my Zoom. This low in here on gold, I think this is the yearly low. I think the low we've seen on silver is going to be the yearly low, and I think the high we've seen on the dollar is going to be the yearly high. If these things all start to break, then I have to obviously reconsider, but I would pretty much say those are the lows, and this is the high of the dollar probably for the year. That's going to be my prediction.
I agree.
If I am wrong, oh well, everyone is wrong in this market sometimes, so it's not going to hurt my feelings. But
Yeah, one more thing is that inflation takes time to play out. Like inflation doesn't just play out right away. It takes 2, 3, 4, 5 years for it to play out. So just be patient.
wise words from Pete.
Sheesh, Peter out here.
Yeah, so
Doing big
now
things.
that we've seen this create its bottom wick, there's another idea here too. If we can see an impulse into this range here, and a 1 minute high created and then price to pull back on that 1 minute, then break those 1 minute highs again, I'll execute a buy on that, which I'll let everyone know, we'll be watching for it. But right now, I'm going to wait to see if we create a high here and a rejection wick, then we break this low to sell off. I have two options here. So I'm just waiting. I'm just sitting here waiting. I'm not
anyways, good days ahead. Remember, Tana, we're talking about gold potentially making that. Remember the day gold made that low that we are expecting, and we started saying that this is most likely going to be the low of the year. I mean, that was like this low of the week that day, I think, and we're like, we want to see gold that as the low of the year. And if I'm looking on the monthly time frame, the moment the monthly candle closes on gold, then, in my honest opinion, that low has actually been locked in. In my opinion, that low would have been locked in, and then we'll start looking for buys around 1730 something thereabout to the upside and see if we can smack 2000.
Yep. I think once we really, some healthy price will be like a push back into 1900, 1850 even. That's going to really tell me that, okay, this is the low. After that, I'm going to try to find a swing trade on gold to hold for the rest of the year. A smaller position that is reasonable. Nothing too crazy, but GJ is looking like, I just don't like the sells until we break these 4-hour lows. So we'll have to see here. We just got to be patient.
Is anyone else in any trades or looking at any pairs? Anyone in the chat? Drop your pairs. Let us know.
What happened with your GU?
Looking beautiful. That's what it's doing.
I would assume if it breaks this low that this wick gets filled here, and then possibly even more. There's nice 1 hour support here as well. That's like a 20 pip range.
Sir.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. I won't be touching it though, but if I were, that's how I would trade it.
Doing a lot of studying.
What's up?
What are you using rectangles? What boxes are those that have like? What is that?
Hey,
I just
Dylan, wait, don't tell him. Dylan, don't worry about it. All right. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I just extend it here. You can click extend right and extend left.
Okay.
I actually didn't know you could do that either.
Yeah, it's pretty dope because then I don't have to like drag things all the way over in this net. You know what I mean?
Hold on, do that again. Do it again.
So you can just like your guys's look like this, just a box. But if you double click it and go into the settings, you can extend right, extend left.
You learn something new every day.
Man. And here I was putting in numbers.
Oh yeah, the extending numbers. Oh yeah, I
remember
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, putting in numbers 305, 320.
I'm over here dragging the box all the way to the right.
This looks nice here.
I got in at the London high.
Yeah, if if this breaks in here, this is gonna be a nice impulse.
That stops at break even, so I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Testing.
If this were like gold or something, this would be fire. I'd have an order sitting right here. But I traded this one time just because I was impatient on my other pairs this year. And it really just honestly pisses me off that I even let myself do that. So stupid.
Anytime he says this story, cracks me up.
We all have those bad apples. Mine is UJ.
I just don't understand. The price action looks so good on it. You know what's funny is I probably only lost like literally 4 pips on it, but I was so mad when I was just hanging out myself for the day. I kept thinking about it all day. Like, why did I not stick to my plan? That is so stupid.
Hey, can you check UCAD? Because there's a lot of Canadian news today.
Ooh, let's do something. Let me.
So there's a so they're coming out with all their CPI numbers in 15 minutes, which is not important, but at 10 a.m. my time, they're coming out with their monetary policy reports and their rate statements, the Bank of Canada.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that'll be pretty significant for CAD. I don't, dude. I never. Hussein, do you feel like 3 or 4 years ago when we used to trade and news would hit? Do you feel like it was way different then than it is now?
Yeah, then used to be more volatile
Bro,
because
you
now
remember
it's more like it's normal.
you remember whenever we were trading them pound pairs that one night and that Brexit news
Oh my
hit?
God, 500 pips, man. We caught GU on a buy, or GJ. It was Brexit news. GJ had shot up about 500-600 pips in an hour or two. Trapking, I think you were there, or no, you weren't. I don't know.
The
Nope,
news
I
used to
wasn't.
be the news used to be way crazier than this. That I don't even look at the news anymore because it doesn't move how it used to.
Yeah, Biden is a cool G.
Hey,
But what's up?
on GU, so where you have it marked up to sell if it breaks, what
Mhm.
about that zone to the left? Like that? No, past that. Right? Yeah, right there. So that's kind of like a resistance, right?
Well,
Like, like
I don't really care about that because what you're looking at is the current price, right? Like current price is bearish, and if it were to break out and hold this resistance, like and it breaks the recent lows, like you're anticipating the volume is going to push through everything.
Yeah, it'll push through all of that to the bottom of that wick that he has
But
boxed up.
we're gonna be, yeah, I'm waiting on gold, right? Like overall on the daily here, gold is gonna be pretty bullish recently. So it just depends, right? I gotta look at the lower time frame price action, see how 15-minute candles are closing this or that,
That head and
whether or not.
shoulders looks like it's gonna play out though. Good old Jim.
Well, head and shoulder these days. I mean, head and shoulders is a scam, you know.
Yeah, they don't really play out as much.
It's a scam. Now
Especially
everything,
when
the whole market is just calm. I mean, you have to look for a time to like, okay, I want to jump. As a matter of fact, you just have to adapt. That's just it. I mean, then you could just easily jump in a trade and you know you're gonna get like 40 pips ASAP. But right now, even G you'll be struggling to give me 20. It's crazy.
Yeah,
And a
I
quick
mean,
question
we're
from
in a
earlier.
unique time. Go ahead.
When on the 1 hours, you were worried about that one candle not having a wick. It has one now, but why were you worried about the lack of a wick earlier? Do you remember that?
Tanner.
Yeah, Tanner, that's for you.
Hello, Tanner. Oh, he's muted. Tanner, you're muted.
I'll wait till he's back.
Probably dealing with his dogs or something. His dogs be barking like crazy,
He's probably dealing with the bird saying,
right? The bird or the dog. My money's on the dogs.
that bird be barking too.
What does that mean? Hey, Colin, you be coming in chat with too much Spanish, my guy. That I don't understand. That I wish I understood.
Cujo is that dog from that movie, Cujo.
Oh, I thought he was speaking Spanish again.
I watched it one time when I was a kid and I didn't like dogs after that.
Well, you all be calling them Cujo. In Nigeria, here we call all of those street dogs, we call them bingo.
Bingo?
Yeah, bingo. BINGO. All the street dogs, all the crazy ass street dogs, call them bingo. And I mean, we have people here that eats them, you know.
Man, I was walking last night from the gas
Yeah,
station
bingo.
back to my house. This dog scared the crap out of me. Started barking like crazy, man.
Tana is back. So the guy with the question, Tana, are you there?
Yeah, but hold up,
Tanner, he has
hold
to.
up, hold up.
Oh,
Everyone,
oh,
hold up a second, because
oh.
once we start to see something get close, if somebody's talking, I'm gonna cut them off, not to be rude. But if we're getting close to something, I want to make sure I catch it and explain it before. I'm not gonna be nice and let anyone finish their sentence. The money's more important.
All right, so as I was saying,
All right. Wait, would somebody ask something? What happened?
so he asked, why were you concerned about not having a wick?
Oh,
Remember,
yeah.
Tanner, on those 1 hours, you were, yeah, there's a wick now, but it didn't have one. Why was that a problem?
Because let's go look at the chart and look at like 90% of these candles, 95%, 98%, whatever. They all have wicks in both directions, right? So let's say that there's no wick to, let's say I was looking to buy it, right? And price shot up into this with no bottom wick, then I know there's a high probability that price could bounce off of something in here, drop back down and create a bottom wick. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why, like, let's say that price were to open up on this 15-minute candle and shoot up and create a top wick and then break this low that I'm anticipating. Okay, that top wick would show a nice rejection wick. But let's say it were to open up and shoot straight down with no top wick, then I know, okay, it could push into this range, sure, but how far? How far till it retraces to make that top wick? And there, you want to put everything in your favor, like as high of a probability as possible. And I've seen that happen so many times. And I've been in trades where that happens, where there's no wick in the opposite direction of what I'm trading in. And then I take the trade and then price pulls back and I have to close a small loss and be patient and wait again, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's just a bit of stability.
Yeah, exactly. So the wick it's a little more confirmation in your favor. And again, you just want to put everything in your favor, like as much as possible. So gold's getting ready to break this low here. So if we break this low down here, I'll execute a sell. So let's just give it a second. I'll execute a sell in here and I'll have like a 10 pip stop to sell this. But if price starts to run against me, I will close this early. So let's just give it a minute and see if we can get a nice, there's a 1 minute low that's going to be, oh, it didn't even create one yet. So
I just want to say trap team. Would you say about head and shoulders? Oh, I don't hear him anymore.
Yeah,
Okay,
I didn't go
I'm
anywhere.
kidding.
Okay, hold up.
I said I had it. Okay.
If this 1 minute low is broken, then we're going to be breaking into this 15-minute range again. And there I will be able to notice that we've created this high up here. There's this price action as a lower high here, and that we're going to be pushing back down into this range a bit. So if this 1 minute, see how, so I think, who was that asked that wick question? Jay, right?
That was me.
Yeah. So look right out. See how this 1 minute shot up with no bottom wick. So the 1 minute's like, the lower the time frame, the more you're gonna have that. So this it could still work on this, right? So say this 1 minute this was a 1 minute wick, or the next one was to shoot up and then push straight down and break these lows. That would make sense. But see how there's no bottom wick here on this? That is like, I would want to see this push up and then create that bottom wick breaking that low, if that makes sense. So, man, it pushed right back up.
Hey Tanner, you see how it
status.
go on the 15-minute real quick? You see how it did it in the past on the left? If you just go to the left a little bit more. One more, a little bit more. Yeah, this area. You see how we left the big fat wick?
Mhm.
Fake out down.
Yeah, it could be that this is just hitting the support. So this is why I wait. If we see, now that we made this move, I don't care about a 1 minute high in this. I probably won't care about a 1 minute high in this. But when we get down into things like this, I like to see that a 1 minute lock something in, and then the next one pull back and break it. that really gives me a good idea that it's going to go in my favor. So yeah, I'm just waiting here.
I just want to hear you tell me to buy or sell.
When I
Well, it looks like a buy right now. I like the sells, but now it's looking like buys.
just be patient. Everyone just be patient.
Because what you have to understand is the manipulation it did. The manipulation part tells everything. How it faked out, no wick, bullish engulfing,
Okay,
and
listen,
then boom.
listen. If we break this high here, I will execute the buy then. So I keep two ranges. I keep one for a sell and I keep one for a buy. And if both are realistic, I will play both, right? So you know, if we break that 1 minute low down there again, then I'll be interested in filling this range. If we break these highs with this big rejection wick and the support here, then I'll be willing to take the buy. So I stay open for, just so anyone knows, I don't just chase anything, but I'm open to ideas with this. So it looks like we are getting ready to break these highs here. So again, if we break the highs and we push into this range, I'll execute a buy. My stop will be 10 pips. I'll close earlier than 10 pips so I don't take a full loss. And then if I have to close a loss, if we break that 1 minute high for a second time, I'll execute for a second chance, if that makes sense. So
I like that idea, but isn't 10 pip or 5 pip stop kind of too tight?
No, it's not. It's perfect. It's exactly how I trade this stuff. So just give it a minute. I'll let you guys know when I execute on anything on these streams ever.
Didn't gold just break that high?
Yeah,
I see.
but I want to see it push up a little bit, you know. I give things a little bit.
Clear break.
Yeah. Just everyone be patient. And for the people that are just sitting in the background executing on everything that we talk about, just sit on your hands. There we go. Sit on your hands and just be patient. Just wait on it. You don't got to execute on everything. You don't have to constantly be in everything.
Sheesh.
Well, I'm already in, so let's go.
So now if price were to return into this range at all, I would close before my stop loss is hit, because I refuse to take the full loss. So just give it some time. We'll let it play out. We're probably going to see a pullback on this next 1 minute open here. And really what we want to see is now this 1 minute high broken.
Hey, Tanner, sometimes after the break, there will be just a quick retest. That's
It's
why
okay. It's all
Which
right.
is
that's
what
why
you
stop
just
loss
said.
there wouldn't kind of
all
be
right.
a good idea.
It's okay. Bro, you need to go back through and watch all the recordings from recent sessions. It's the same way I trade every single day. Same things over and over. Same stop, same
Wait,
everything.
Hussein,
I
what did
like
you
it,
say
I
about
like
head
it.
and shoulders?
Nothing. I was just trying to break your back for a sec.
So I really want to see, now that we're breaking out of this, I don't want to see it come past back this. So if we come back past this low here on this 1 minute, I'm gonna close it. But we should be, now that we're gonna break this high, we should be willing to make this impulse, because look at the clean 1 hour range here. We look at the 30-minute, things are pretty clear here. So the buy makes sense. So if we start to, I'll consider things. If we start to break back under here, I've got to consider, you know, the price action here. But right now we just have 1 minute highs here and just support here. So just, it's the same thing we do every day. For the people that are on here every day, you guys know it's literally the same thing every single time. I just treat everything the same and manage it all the same. So this new 30-minute is about to open as well. And if we can just get a very quick pullback on the new 30-minute, here that opens in 10 seconds, nothing too crazy. Now, say we get a deeper pullback on the 30-minute, that would break our structure. I would close, but then a break of that 30-minute high, again, I would give a second chance. So again, you've got to understand the timing of You got to understand. There we go. Now we're getting, okay, set it at break even. Set your position at break even.
Done. I'm eating right now.
So I'm at break even on this. We're just chilling. We're seeing if we can't get price to make. Oh, there we go. Okay, take some off the
Oops.
table. I close
Sheesh.
out. I'm out of this trade.
Let's go,
It's-
Tanner.
Let's go, baby. I'm out of that trade.
777.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Talk about
Look at
managing
that.
your risk. I like
Let's
that.
go. Look at that.
Sheesh.
Ooh, I'm a market maker.
I'm still in though.
Let's go. So
My
what I
stop's at
what I
break
can do
even.
on what I like to do on gold is take like 80-90% and leave a runner, typically on Thursday and Friday. But I ain't trading in a few days, so I have to cover the money. That Vegas trip was too expensive.
I'm up 15 pips.
Yeah, you guys, everyone should be
Stops
up
at break
around,
even.
yeah, around
Close some
16.
partials.
There we go. Ooh, let's go. Big movers. All right, target hit today. Perfect. Just like that.
Wait. You mean to tell me me and Steven are the only ones that ate? No sevens?
There we go. Perfect.
I got it. I
No
got it.
sevens?
Wayne's in there. Let's
Took
go.
my profits, boy.
Let's go.
No
Easy.
sevens? I don't see
Easy.
sevens.
Look at that. It's ripping right now.
Dylan, I don't see no sevens.
Sheesh.
I'm new. What's the sevens about?
We're just screwing around.
It's when you make money.
we're just jacking around.
This trade is busting.
So that is why, like, that's why I manage that risk. When we break into clean ranges like this, typically we should fill the range. And what I don't want to do is deal with drawdown trading like this. We're just scalping these, right? So that's why, like I say, set a 10 pip stop, because my 2% is at 10 pips. 2% is 2%. I could have a 1 pip stop loss with 2%, or I could have 100 pip stop loss with 2%.
And that is why head and shoulder is a scam.
Facts, big facts.
So that's why I manage it the way I do. I'm playing the breakouts, and I've seen these things happen a million times. And if it's going to play out, then I know it's going to play out. If not, I do not want to be a part of drawdown. I refuse to lose money.
I closed out at your take profit.
Nice. Let's go.
W.
That's 30-ish pips there. That's a nice filled up range. So
Hey,
See-
Tanner.
what's up? See, this is why I don't trade the dollar, the inverse correlation intraday. Because look, the dollar's moving up too. So if people were asking about that, that's why I don't trade the dollar like that. But
The
what's up?
gold and dollar correlation?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't really go together too well. Or correlation in general is a bad way to trade.
Yeah, it's like I'll track higher time frame correlations like weekly, daily on the dollar and gold because they make sense, but I don't trade correlations at all. That's just stupid.
Look,
Yeah.
Tanner,
I
just
agree.
you're
What's
done
up?
with gold for the day.
Yeah, so look, once I nail a trade like this, that's it. Don't mess around no more. I don't like, even when I anticipate something on GJ, I don't trade it. If I were to take a GJ sell or something and I seen gold set up, I don't trade it. Once I get my trade, I'm done. Because what you don't want to do, then what happens is you trade, then you take a loss, and then you're like, oh, well, I was up earlier this much, and now I want to be up that much again. Then you try to take another trade. It's a snowball
Greed.
effect. It's not good.
Yep, that's what
Greed.
happens.
Yeah, greedy,
greedy.
exactly. So
Someone in the chat asked what forex trading app are people using. Most people are using MT4, MetaTrader 4.
yeah,
Chat
MT4, MT5, Trading View is what we're using right now to chart with. Yeah.
See, the 5 is kind of harder to play with. The 4 is like for like beginners and advanced. Like it just shows you everything. It's
Yeah, MT5 has so much on there. It's too much for me.
Tanner,
Yeah.
you remember that like 2 months ago? I asked you, I was like, because you were teaching something else 2 months ago, and I was like, bro, show me some other ways to trade, like, because you were trading like long-term outlooks and stuff. And I was like, bro, teach me something else, like another way to trade. And you're like, I don't really know how to do it, or like what exactly you're talking about. And like, this was exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Like, just like some quick stuff.
I used to scalp a lot when we first were gonna launch No Risk, and I was doing Zooms for Hussein in the morning, or at London. I don't even know. I think it was both. I would do some Zooms for his group, and we would just trade like scalping like this, and that's how I used to trade for a while, bro. Just by myself. I was just off in my own world scalping every day, but it's pretty fun. So let's put it this way, right? Let's say like for some reason, right, when I wanted to execute here, I will, again, like I explained, sometimes I'll look for 1 minute to create a low, and then I'll wait for that low to break. And when that low breaks, then I execute. So let's say, like, hindsight, let's say I were to trade just this simple break here, and price immediately ran right up against me, like the next candle, I would have a stop of like 10 pips. But as soon as it broke back into that range, like 3 or 4 pips, I would close that trade out, right? So that's a good example. If that were to happen over here, so say it were a buy, like if I were to invert this, say I were to take that buy up here and it started to run down against me, I would literally close it like half or a quarter of my loss. That way I don't take the full loss. So that's how I manage those things like that.
That's nice. That's nice.
See, like how GJ is right now. And again, I'm not trading this. I'm done today, but how GJ is breaking into this range, like it's gonna create a 1 minute low somewhere in here. And after that happens, if that 1 minute low is broken, like that would give me a good idea to trade that back down to fill the range. But no one take it, no one get greedy. You already took your trade today. You're done. That's it. Nothing else for you to do. No need to take anything else at all.
How many pips was that as your target for gold?
I think it was like 30 something. The break of the highs a little bit, executed, and then filled this range. Yeah, it was like around 30.
Damn, I closed way too early.
Nah, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Close perfect.
Don't ever say that. Don't
No, I'm
ever
talking
say
about
that.
I closed because Tanner was like, all right, take some partials. Then and then Tanner said, I'm out the trade. So I got out the trade too.
That's fine.
Like 10 pips, I think.
Around 10 pips, I cover almost everything, if not everything. 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I take everything.
It's all right. I used a huge ass lot.
Yeah, you need to use proper risk.
No, I did. I did.
So then why is it a huge lot?
I'm on my small account.
So if GJ, like how GJ created this low here, then I would, if I were to trade this is just going to be another live example. I would not want to see a retracement too much into this range. Like just a little one like this would be okay. But if it were to roll back over and break that low, that would make sense for price to continue down. It would make a lot of sense.
I'm still waiting for GU to see what it wants to do. Kind of going towards those lows, but it's not convincing.
Oh damn, that's Frank.
Oh yeah, GU Hussein, your GU's looking good.
Yeah,
You're breaking that low right now. Yep, it's gonna.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna break.
It's gonna fill that wick
this.
and retrace, and it could either go back up or just continue down.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Yep. Because you see, there's a second range in here to be filled as well. If we break that, then volume could push it down in here too. So, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of 1 hour and 4 hour liquidity to the left that needs to be filled. So
yeah. So I would be like, if I executed that range, I'd be at break even. There it is. The range is getting filled right now.
Yeah, it's gonna fill 75% at least.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice, bro. You're eating on that right now.
I just caught a little 3 pips off of that just now.
Hey Dylan, I remember the days where I used to say I'm trading on my small account and go full margin every trade.
Yeah, I was telling my buddy the other day how you made that like 30K in a day twice or whatever it was, or 20K or something.
Bro, the broker, see how GJ just broke that low like that? That's one of my trades there. But the broker got pissed at Hussein. They
Oh
kicked,
yeah,
They kicked me off.
they kicked him off. The broker
He
said
said,
you
"I'm
can't.
taking my shares."
And then didn't they take like 2 weeks just to pay you out?
They took 3 weeks
but
to
a
pay me
month.
out. Yeah, and then
and they
over a
took
month,
they took
and
a
they
little
took
fee.
$2,000 from me.
Yeah.
That's
Who
what
were-
happens when you're good.
Who was
I'm
your
gonna find
broker?
the email right now.
Who was your broker?
I forgot the name. I'm trying to find the email
FX
right
Glory.
It
It was
was
FX
FX
Glory.
now. Yeah,
Glory.
FX Lori. FX Lori.
There's too much glory in those trades.
Dude,
Hussein
because
smacked
look,
it, and they were like, "No, no, yo." They sent Hussein email like, "No, you can't. We can't be your broker anymore. We
listen,
are no
here's
longer
the
interested."
problem. You give a guy like me 1 to 3,000 leverage, I'm gonna take full advantage of that.
Bro,
I
they
don't really understand leverage because on my Hugo's way, I opened up a 1 to 200 and a 1 to 500, took the same exact trade, and there was nothing, like no difference at all. So I don't really understand it.
You know, the thing is one of the most important things, in my personal opinion, for me personally, this doesn't work for everybody, obviously, but understanding every little detail and being like extremely detailed with all the details is very important to me personally. So like understanding leverage and how it works and using it to your advantage, oh my God, you can do so much. I mean, that's why we're even making money, because of leverage.
Yeah, if you were to trade this without leverage, bro, you would need hundreds of thousands to even make money.
Exactly.
So someone asked, can you do this tomorrow? There's some events tomorrow before the open ECB Monday. Yeah, so my Thursdays are only blocked off to no risk. So I only do like everything that I do for the public is free, but I have a group as well. So, and I don't ever really like advertise it, especially in like other groups. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I have other live trading sessions that aren't open to the public, but not tomorrow. I'll probably do another one. Today's Wednesday, so tomorrow
Friday,
lines
maybe.
close off. Yeah, Friday I'll do another one. Somebody asked, do you hold a core position around GU and gold? Nah, no core positions this year at all. Last year we were swing trading a lot all year, but Trump was
Oh,
much
yeah.
easier to read than Biden, and I don't know. It's just much tougher this year. And I tweaked a lot going into my year last year, or going into this year from last year. I really went back through and looked at a lot of things I should change and ways to minimize and just everything. So most of the days is volatility before or on 7 a.m. open, there's good volume. And then the stock market open at 8:30 is good volume. By 9 a.m. my time, I'm done. So 2 hours trading for me is enough. And anything outside of that, the market tends to get a bit choppy. So I like to trade when there's volume, especially like this. Breakout trades, you have to have volume. Yeah, so your range there was filled on GU. See now, like on GJ, if I were to be in this on this trade, if things started to push back up into this range, like I would execute on the break of that low. Well, down here on the break of this 1 minute low. But if things were to push back up like 4 or 5 pip drawdown, I would be out of this trade because I wouldn't want to jag around. Again, I'm not in it. It's something live happening, so I will talk about it. But just because I talk about things, unless you guys hear me say, hey, if this happens and this happens, and then I say, hey, I'm in this, then I'm in it. If I say I'm not in it, don't trade it. It's that simple. You've already made your money today on gold. Do not get greedy on anything else. I'm just explaining real time. If this were something I was in, this is how I would trade it, period. But what I don't like is like when things take forever, have a big range to fill to break something, how this did. Them aren't my favorite. Like how gold was that close to breaking out to begin with. That's okay with me. But GJ had a drop, like quite a bit over here just to even break the low. So I would anticipate though the break into there. This should still on the 1 hour. It's nice clean range that should still play out. So there's a new 1 minute or 15-minute candle opening. Now, if this new 15-minute candle opens, it makes a top wick and then breaks the bottom, breaks the low of this 15 right here. If this 15-minute candle breaks this low, price really should make a nice impulse to the downside. So you talk about timing of candles, opens of candles and this and that. Someone was asking earlier that this is why I talk about wicks and the timing of candles and this and that.
So Tanner, like earlier, you told, like I said, I used a big lot, and you were like, you need to use proper risk. Well, whenever you only have a 10 pip stop loss and you're most time going to close before 10 pips, you can use a pretty big lot because 10 pips is not going to hurt you. It'd be different if I was using that same lot with like a 50 pip stop loss. But like now that I'm thinking about it, I use too small of a lot.
Dylan, remember what I teach? Trade the percentage, not the lot size.
Yeah, a lot of
I
people
mean,
worry
we all
about,
teach that.
yeah, a lot of people worry about just stupid stuff. It's
You
just,
mean percentage of your account?
yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Yeah. So for example, I risk 5% per trade, 2 to 5%. So I'll calculate that. And I personally like a 1-to-2 ratio at minimum. So you can do the math on that. Each trade I win, I should be making at least 6 to 10%.
See, now this is a good example of how I explained. If it were to push up into this 3 or 4 pips, I'd be out. But then like I give my losers a second chance within reason. So again, if that 15-minute, say this were just to be creating a big wick to like reject some of this area or something, if price were pushing up into there to create a wick and then it breaks the previous low, that would be a second chance to execute on. But that's the reason I keep tight risk, is because you never know how deep this retracement is going to be. When price pushes up out of there and breaks where I don't want it to, I don't know how deep that's going to get. So I don't hold on to it. I don't care, because I know, okay, then if I keep the loss small, then it ends up coming back and breaking that 10 pips, will cover half of this move, 10 pips to the downside. Half of it will cover my loss and the other half will give me money. So that's why I keep it small. I don't care, I don't care to have a big loser.
Hey, Dylan, I just dropped in the chat, the no risk chat, those emails.
Let's see. Am I unmuted still? Yeah.
Here, I have it on here.
Yeah.
Your account is read only.
Yeah, meaning you can't place trades.
Now, due to accounting department report within indicates some of your trades in your account against leverage rules. Yeah. So what happened here was Hussein did something like pretty funny, but took like 200 to like, I don't even know, was it like 22 or 28K or something in like a day or two?
Yeah.
And this broker got pissed at him and kicked him off. And then they fined him and took like forever to pay him out.
That's funny.
Dude, the rules are pretty stupid. That they're leveraging rules. Like you can't trade through freaking news. Like what kind of bullcrap
Yeah.
is that?
The takeaway from all of this
$200.
is do your research. Everybody should do their research on brokers before.
I mean, dude went as much as 50K, I guess. In less than 2 weeks.
It's like Trump makes a tweet.
Man, it was
freaking
crazy,
catch
man.
a big trade and then they take it away.
The brokers were like, yo, Hussein, who the hell are you? They're like, no, we're not working with you anymore. You have been fined, Man, she was crazy.
What pair did you do that with, Hussein?
Started off with gold, then GU, US 30, then gold again, and then GU again. So it was like 4 or 5 trades total.
Tanner, do you stream right to 9 your time, or does it
Yeah,
depend on how your trades go?
yeah, I mean, unless I have something going on in the morning, even if I'm done trading, like I just still like to get on here and just chop it up with everyone and just talk,
Just vibe and
yeah, just chill out. I'm waiting to see, like, just for pretty much an ego factor, if GJ is gonna break that low and play out.
I mean,
Really, that's
GU
it.
is doing what we said, kind of stopped 75% of the way, a little more.
Yeah, I mean, that wick was, yeah, pretty much filled. It got pretty
Yeah.
close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, we'll get to see, you guys get to see on gold a nice trade play out on gold, and then we get to talk about GJ live, right? That if I were to take it, that is how I would have taken it. I would have closed the loss, and then I explained the re-entry, right? How I give things a second chance. I don't give chances on pullbacks, nothing like that. I just sit and wait for price to come back to the low, and then if it breaks that low, then that just tells me that, okay, this was just a pullback, and that price should continue to melt off. But typically when I take these losses, I know if I cut them short, that when they come back around and break, they should break with volume the second time and drop pretty fast. And I put the break even really quick on those kind of second trades, because there's no point in that's just how it should play out for me. There's no point in holding on to anything else. So see how that 15
there's
minute
GU.
nice
GU is going as well.
is it?
Well,
Yeah,
anyways,
kind of.
I'm gonna mark up GU again and post to the team, because what I'm expecting for tomorrow, GU is actually going exactly to where I like to see GU. And when he gets there, most likely
Same.
tomorrow, I want to see GU. I want to see GU. I want to see that buy on GU. But I'm looking at
Trapking,
what I'm looking at is what I'm looking at right now on GU is, I mean, today's Wednesday. This, like, I like to call it a midweek retracement. So that's what the market is trying to. That's what I feel it's doing, and then it's going to pull back. As a matter of fact, where the market currently is, if you look to the left, based off on the 4-hour time frame, market structure, H4 on 4-hour time frame, right there. So market structure on H4, you see that large bearish candle to the left there. Exactly. So you see at the top of that candle, I'm going to be watching that price closely tomorrow during London. If I see anything just like what I did with GU this morning, I'm going to do the same thing again on G. What I did with GJ this morning, I'm going to do the same thing on GU. If they present that to us, that's what I want to see anyways.
Fair enough. You made a plan.
Since he was the only one that, other than Dylan, of course, unmuted himself. Yo, Jay, are you still here?
I
Jay.
am, but kids waking up, so I'm gonna have to duck out for a bit.
Oh, you're good. I was just gonna ask where you're from.
Canada.
Oh,
Wait,
good
how
day, mate.
how you trading in Canada?
You can
I'm
trade in
trading with.
Canada.
I know Alberta has some pretty strict restrictions, so I had to go
Oh,
find a
damn.
broker overseas.
Yeah, Canada's
I know
friggin'
you guys
pricked
can
about
use
trading.
IC markets, right? I think
Wait,
you
you're
guys can
really not
use-
allowed to trade in Canada?
No,
Dang.
you are. You just have to be a accredited broker or whatever, or dealer or whatever.
1 to
Basically, you
50
have to be
leverage
rich.
type.
You have to have a lot of money if you want to trade,
Yeah, it's
which is
Yeah.
crazy.
It's difficult for them to trade over there. Really difficult.
But
Oh, there
there's
goes
ways.
GU.
Well, you mean it's difficult to trade in
We'll
Canada?
talk more.
Yeah.
We'll talk
It's
more next
difficult to
time,
find
Jay.
a broker in Canada.
Oh my goodness.
There
What if
goes
you're using a
GU.
VPN?
Oh, GU.
Let's go, GU. No, VPN doesn't help because the government will
So
catch
so
you.
look at GJ, how I explained.
Damn.
Look at GJ. Now that GJ's breaking into this would be like, if I were to take this trade, this would be the second chance and be super intolerant with drawdown, like very intolerant. So now, like, it's leaving a 1 minute low right here. And I would anticipate that if this 1 minute low were to break, it would probably have a huge melt off on the next candle. But yeah, that's how I do second chances, just to explain it real time. I say, oh, okay, I close this loss because I don't know how deep it's going to be. then I can say, okay, this was a pullback. We broke the low. Now price should continue just, pushing down out of here. And if it,
All right, good. I want to ask a question.
what's up?
Tana, Hussein, and everybody here. Anybody here from Europe?
I'm not.
Anybody here from Europe? Anybody on Zoom from Europe? You know what? Right now, I just feel like getting out of my country. But now, I don't know where to go.
Don't come here.
US of A.
Come to America.
Don says, don't come here.
Yo, Dwayne.
He said, don't come here. Dang, he
Don't come here.
he really don't like you, Trap King.
No,
Nah,
look,
man.
I'm gonna be honest real
sucks.
quick. I'm gonna be honest real quick. People that have not been to third world countries will say that, but once you go there, you'll say I love America.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. The truth is, I mean, if you have come out of here, Nigerians don't like to be called third world countries, and I tell them they're crazy. Because guess what? You are a third world bullshit. You've been making so much noise and you say, oh, I'm not a third world, but you are third world. Point blank. I mean, the corruption here, the craziness happening here, it only happens in the third world country. I mean, when, human rights and everything, man, it's crazy, So if for whatever reason, anything's going to take me out of here, I don't think I'm going to come back here. I'm telling you,
Hey, I
man.
might come visit you. I'll be
Hey,
in the Middle East
if
in
there's
5
anyone in here
days.
that for some reason got greedy on GJ, put it at break even. Because I
Hey,
would put it at
Dylan, you
break
should
even
be
that
up more
fast.
than 2 pips on GU now, right?
I scalped it. I caught 3 pips and I just closed it.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Dylan doesn't trust me. That's sad.
Well,
He got
Sounds
greedy. He shouldn't have traded again at all.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
I
all
did
over
get-
the place.
but I didn't take GJ.
Yeah. So see, once it broke out like that and started to make an impulse, I put those at break even on the second chances because I refuse to take another loss when I'm in profit the second time. And I anticipate that those will break out really nice and run. And if they don't, that's fine. If I were to get hit at break even here, I just wouldn't take the trade at all again. I would leave it alone. But typically like gold, once I have a nice winner like that in a day, I just leave it alone. I don't trade anything again. I'll watch things like this that I anticipate on trading just to in my head manage it. But yeah, I don't care about all that. Somebody says breaking London Bridge station evacuated. DJ? No.
That doesn't really affect currencies.
Yeah.
Unless it's a global event. If it's a global event, then yeah, but not something like that.
Correct.
It has to be one country against another type event for it to affect the currencies.
Tanner, did you know you could section off your watch list for people that have a bunch of pairs? Wait, man.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
But
I just learned that the other day. I was like, wow, that would have been cool. Because I've got all mine organized, but for GJ, I got to scroll down to the GBP pairs. And now I got a section off. Pretty cool.
All right, well, I'm out of GU, so I'm done for the day.
Hey guys, does anybody sleep better on a winning trade? Like you get a winning trade and you fall asleep, you tend to sleep more hours, something like that.
I sleep good, win or lose.
Yeah, I don't really think
win
about
or
it.
lose. Who cares?
Nah,
Win or lose.
When I win trades, bro, I'm so happy during the day and I fall right to sleep.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, it takes time.
If you're
It
losing
takes time.
sleep over a trade, you ain't using 2%.
You
It's
right.
not that. It's
Well,
not even that you lose sleep over it. It's
That's
just
the
that
truth. Tana, you just hit the nail on the head.
It's just
He did.
I don't really lose sleep over a losing trade. I just don't look at my.
It's more the fact that he gets excited over the winning ones.
Yeah, the winning trade just makes me in such a good mood. Remember that one day I caught 100-something pips on gold.
Yeah, you wouldn't stop talking about it.
Oh, bro.
But I mean, to be honest, what
It's
happened
good to
is,
celebrate though.
for you to know if you are actually emotionally up there in terms of trading, okay, you need to have the same. I mean, Hussein, we used to do that. You need to have the same emotions towards winning, as in when you win a trade, fine, you win a trade. When you lose a trade, the same feeling you had when you won that trade should be the same feeling you had when you lost that trade.
Yeah.
Else, what happens is if you are getting too excited over winning a trade and you're getting too sad over losing a trade, what it means is that you're gambling, in my opinion. Because it's only when you gamble, you make so much money. And I mean, people that gamble don't practice risk management. I mean, you just jump in and you want to make some money. And that's why they're always very excited. And if they lose, they could shoot the next person beside them. So it boils down to one thing: risk management. You need to that is how to
Yep.
know if you are emotionally up there. That's what I think, though. That's what I feel, anyways.
Yes.
I think in
Four-
this game,
4 hour
you
candle
cannot
open.
be successful unless you will use proper risk management. There's no other way. If you don't manage your risk, as many trades as you win, say you win 2 or 3 big trades, the first trade you're gonna over leverage or do something stupid, and everything will be taken away. And no matter what you do, you'll always come back to the same habits if you don't use proper risk management.
The best analogy I give for investing is cars. Would you go buy a car, old, say 2004 Toyota Camry for $10,000? No, that means you're not managing your money right. You're going to take a massive loss no matter what.
But
Makes
nope,
sense. Makes sense.
no
honestly.
Camrys allowed over here.
Well,
But-
Porsche is allowed over there.
Yeah.
Hey, Hussein.
What's up?
I was thinking about just now. I think the reason why I like get so excited over winning trades and stuff is because when I first started trading, I didn't know
Mhm.
a thing, and then now I'm learning. I can take my own trades. I know what I'm
Course.
doing. So like just seeing that, because dude, I want to be a full-time trader. I've told Tanner so many times, like this is what I
We
want
all
to do,
do.
and just seeing progress
So
is like that.
here's to add to that. The counterpart to that is, yes, celebrate your trades, but don't celebrate them singularly. Celebrate them as a whole. If that makes sense. Don't celebrate one trade at a time. Celebrate, yes, I won 10 trades. I mean, not 10 trades, but out of 10 trades, I did really good. I'm happy. You can go enjoy a nice dinner. You can be happy, but don't get excited over one trade is what we're trying to say.
I
I think
think
what Hussein's trying to say is don't feed your ego too much.
Ooh, GJ
mean,
is
I've-
gonna melt off here.
I think no
Yes.
risk needs to teach us how to not pay our taxes on our trades.
Yeah, I wish we could, but we're not.
Is
We're
there
not licensed for that. We're not
is there
allowed
any
to.
is there any way around paying your taxes on trades?
There's ways to write off, which I'll
You gotta be
explain on my
Trump.
call.
You can open
No.
a
Hold on.
trust.
You guys
I'll
say
explain on my call on Thursday.
pay taxes on trades, right? Because
Mhm.
over
Yeah.
here we don't pay taxes on anything.
Bro, we
We
pay
pay
taxes
taxes on
on
everything.
everything. The government
So wait,
here is
hold on.
greedy.
So if you are having a losing, if you are, I mean, you are a loser in the market, do you still pay taxes?
No, you can write
You
your
have to
losses
claim
off.
losses. Yeah, you can claim
Yep.
losses for up to 3 years though.
Yeah.
After 3 years you can't.
You claim losses and you get it back or what?
You don't really get it back, but it's written off.
Yeah. It's yeah.
It's confusing, but Dylan, I'll explain certain tax codes on Thursday. Just remind me on Thursday if I forget.
There's some in-depth stuff you can do, like opening trust
Yeah.
funds and
Yeah, I just don't want to go over too much right now.
yeah.
I've gone over that actually, the trust fund strategy. It works really well. Sheesh, look at GU.
Look at
going.
GJ's melting. So GJ was a bit chopped, right?
Yeah.
So again, I explained how if you were to enter here and it breaks back in, taking a small loss, or if you were to enter at the break and you got to manage that, taking a small loss. Yeah. The breaks of the lows are good spots to get in. And eventually, well, I talked about here, when it starts to make the move, you put it at break even. So you get hit at break even. But the break of the lows are good places to enter on short positions. Then once they make their impulse, once say you made this loss back, like this little loss here, if you were to enter here on the break or down here, and then you have to close a loss, when you get to where that loss is covered and you've made money, you cover the money there. So that way you've covered the loss and you made money on the day. So like GJ on the impulse, I would have closed that out. But yeah, I mean, everything broken down real time and explain how you manage losses, explain how you bag some winners, this and that. Pretty simple.
Right, man.
Well, man, I gotta go now. Tana, thanks for the meal.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
start waking up early in the morning. New York being hitting different.
Tanner, thanks for paying for my dinner today.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. No problem.
No problem.
Hey, Trap King still here?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm still paying for that ticket. I'm still paying for that thing.
But man, you've been catching trades, man. I mean, what's it called? The GJ was good.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought it was $100 ticket.
it was. I'm just jacking around.
Hey Tanner, did you come to Cali or did you just go to Vegas on your
Yeah,
trip?
well, I was in Cali twice. I was in Cali on.
Wow, thanks for the heads
Yeah,
up.
thanks
Well,
for
It was
well,
nice
hold up.
seeing
Here's
you.
what's funny is I have the text to Hussein saying, "Why don't you and Peter get a room? Come out here. There's like 15 of my boys out here. We're gonna go to Vegas."
You know what? I actually forgot to respond to that text.
Oh, imagine that.
Hey, did you come
Should have
close to
reminded
San
me.
Diego?
I was in LA.
Oh shoot, that's like 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Look, here's a heads up to everyone. Hopefully Trapping's still here. If you message me and I don't respond, message me again because I forget to respond. Nancy, I see you in this call. Nancy, I forgot to respond to your message. So
You know I'm not gonna respond. You know I'm not gonna send you a message again. I'm gonna.
What's
scream
up,
at you.
Nancy?
Any thoughts on oil short long term? I'm bullish on oil. I said last year during this big dip, yeah, last year that would be the low. I think we see $100 a barrel on oil this year.
sheesh.
We're
I better
seeing
go buy
Dude,
me a
gas prices are
barrel
gonna
of
be
oil.
crazy soon,
we're
man.
seeing some price topping out here, but that was expected around 60, $70. I think we see $100 a barrel this year.
The best thing everyone can do now that we're all done trading, close out your MT4 app. Don't look at it again. And if you still want to charge, just go on TradingView, but do not open that MT4 app.
Yep, do not trade no more. GJ was broke down. GU broke down. Gold broke down. Everything
All
broke down.
wins.
Do
And if you
not
still have the urge to trade, delete the app, download it tomorrow.
trade.
Don't forget your password. Man, I did that and I forgot my password.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you delete it, does it log you out of your accounts?
Yeah. No, you can now. iPhone allows you to save data if you have an iPhone. So
Look
it
at that.
won't delete the data.
GJ hit that range down here too. That 1 hour range.
I'm
Ran
trading
into
off
it.
my flip phone. Hey,
Nah,
Nah,
Hussein.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
expecting a
what's up?
rejection of GJ from there right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Plain
we
rejection.
should,
That's
What's
what
up,
I want
Dylan?
to see that.
we should have the next no risk meetup in Austin at Lake Travis, bro. I got 2 jet skis. Bring out there, boy. We can just let our members freaking
You
take them.
know, that sounds like a good idea, but a terrible location.
Lake
I was
Travis.
thinking like
Hey,
Cabo or like Cancun or something like
I'm not
that.
tying my name into no jet skis. I ain't putting, hey, no risk meetup. Everyone get on jet skis so I can get sued.
Right?
Nah, I'll just bring them and they can ride them.
Hey, boy, everyone's signing a waiver.
Everyone's
before that
signing a
happens.
waiver. Yep.
Cannot do it.
Well, because me and my
Nah,
buddy.
I was thinking like Cabo or something. Maybe end of the year.
No, we got it. I think we need to keep one in the States first.
I agree.
One more in the States. And
Yeah,
we'll go
true.
out
Not
somewhere
everybody.
else.
We'll go to Tanner next.
Yeah. You don't want to come
I
here.
want to
This
see his
crap's
bird.
boring.
Tanner,
We'll
isn't there
figure it out.
riots going
It
on
just
there?
it just snowed yesterday. It was 75 degrees Tuesday. I landed
Okay,
the
yeah,
day I
never mind.
landed, it was 75 degrees. It pissed snowing yesterday. All day. I have no idea what's going on in this place, but I almost booked another flight back.
Where do you live again, Tanner?
I'm not-
Missouri.
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm like 15 minutes from the arch. In
Dude,
St.
my
Louis.
All right,
buddy's in
how
Missouri.
about
He's
if we
in
went to
Branson.
Miami?
Oh,
Miami sounds
yeah,
nice.
Miami would be fun.
I'm down.
Yeah, I think Trapping they have a nice beach there where he lives.
Where in Nigeria?
I
You
ain't,
got
I
a
ain't,
little puddle there, right?
Man,
I ain't-
man, you better not think about that because man, you spending some shit all over the place.
I ain't going. I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Nigeria. Their Wi-Fi barely works.
You guys are crazy, man.
They don't. Hey, do you guys drive cars over there? Chapter?
Hey,
Yeah,
like
Tanner,
man,
Tanner.
come on, man. Come on, man. Chill. We got Rolls Royce here. We got
Tanner,
Bentleys here.
They got
Come on,
Rolls
chill.
horses.
What's wrong with you?
Hold
We'll
up.
save the drilling trap team for Friday, all right?
Yeah.
We even have Teslas here, you know.
I thought you said that for real. That they don't allow those cars there. Do they?
What do you think they ride? Donkeys?
No.
Bro,
Hey, Trap Kings
bro,
are the
thought
donkeys
they
that push to
walk.
start.
No. I'm not saying
Bro,
that
in
they don't.
Nigeria, Nigerians are like the biggest spenders in man, these guys are crazy in Nigeria here. People that have money here, they spend like crazy.
No,
I saw a Tesla in Nigeria, bro.
I'm not saying that they don't have cars. It was a joke. I'm saying they don't.
No,
they
I
don't-
get you. You know.
like supercars. I thought like
They have
those.
it here. It's crazy.
Oh, I
But
didn't
they
know
don't
that.
drive it at every part. There are some places you don't even bother to take it to, else your car is gone. I mean, Rolls Royce, one crazy as a public driver just came. He was driving a bus, and there was this guy driving his Rolls Royce, and then this guy just came from the back and bashed the Rolls Royce. And then he wanted to run, and the guy wanted to run away. So he tried to drive to run away, and then he accidentally hit two people down. One of them died, and the other person, they rushed back to the hospital. But they caught the guy.
Wow.
I mean, why in the world you see Rolls Royce in Nigeria here, and you know your car can't even buy the tire of a Rolls Royce? Why in the world are you going to be driving close to it? Let it go. Let it go.
Trap team,
Bro,
all
we
I know,
have supercars. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
all I know is if
Nigeria-
you don't leave
Nigerians-
Nigeria
man.
by the end of the year, I'm coming to visit you.
Bro, I'm gonna leave this country. I'm gonna leave this country. This country, bro, this country pisses me off. Would you believe that in Nigeria, they decided that they wanted to create a database for, guess what? Cows.
Wow, nice. That's some good research right there.
Say
Bro,
cows.
we don't have database for humans yet, but they want to have it for cows.
Don't they do that in India or something?
You say what?
Don't they like do that in India or something?
Well, I know our leaders are practically I don't even know I don't know how to call them, but there's this set of people that rule the country. They are northerners. They're the people that rule the country, and they are always into cattle and all of that. I mean, the president loves the cattle more than a fellow citizen. So that's how the country is really messed up. You know, when I mean messed up, it's messed up. President hasn't greeted us in like let's say I don't think he greeted us this year. He ain't said hi to us this year. He hasn't. We don't even know where the nigga is. We don't know.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man, this
Hey,
country
Tanner,
is crazy.
You see GU going to
Yeah,
that target?
Yeah, it
Sheesh.
ran into it.
Sheesh. I ate off that. I closed that kill zone that your mouse was just on.
Yeah, I gotta go now. See y'all later.
All right,
All
we'll
right,
see you
amigo.
tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, that GU is nice. I would have probably had to hit this twice. Once it broke here and broke into this, I'd have put it at break even, got hit, then taken it on the low break again, and yeah, played out pretty nice.
Yep.
Not bad today.
Hey,
Not
I'm
bad
excited
today.
to go to the Middle East because New York's going to be at like 4 p.m. over there
Oh, I know you like your sleep. When do you go there?
in 5 days.
Dang, you're there for 40 days.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
What are you
I'll be
doing?
doing a lot of.
You have family
well,
there, right?
I have family there, and then also I'm gonna do a lot of charity there, help feed the poor and all that.
Yeah. Do God's work.
Yes, sir. I mean, what are we here for if we're not doing God's work?
Guess someone has to do it.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I was gonna ask when y'all were talking about it, Hussein, doesn't everybody over there in the Middle East like drive Lambos and stuff? Because I've seen a lot of videos and just like drift.
Well, who
You've
told
seen a
you
lot of
that?
videos of Dubai. That's what you've
Oh,
seen.
that's Dubai.
Dubai is like one of the richest places in the world. That's in
Yeah,
the UAE,
drifting.
United Arab Emirates. The Middle East is like so. There's so much to it. It's not like America.
I've watched the movies. It seems pretty crazy.
It's also not like the movies. The movies will paint a bad picture. But yeah, I'll be on every New York session as long as the Wi-Fi is there.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna start waking up in the morning. I think trades look better because I usually just trade London, but New York seems to be way
New
more
York
volume.
is the most controlled volume. It's
Mhm.
not that it has more volume, it's just more controlled.
Hey Tanner,
Yeah.
so during London Open and stuff, can you do the same exact thing that you like just did this morning during London?
Yeah, you can do it in any session, but the best time to do it is just when there's the best session, which is New York. That's why I don't trade during London like this.
In my opinion, too, in London, the best way to do it is for GBP pairs.
Yeah.
It's not really like you can't really do it on USD CHF or USD CAD
Oh yeah.
or something.
Don't trade any US pairs during London. Like you could trade gold during it, but not like UJ or UCAD. I would not do that.
Even gold doesn't even move that nice during London.
Yeah, it can be choppy
It
sometimes.
doesn't, to be honest.
Hey, I got a question that I've been trying to figure out the answer to. So like when people ask me like, oh, you trade, and I'm like, yeah, they're like, oh, so you're trading stocks. I'm like, no, I'm trading Forex. And it's like, oh, is that the same thing? Or like you buy a share? And I'm like, no, you don't buy shares. So what do you buy whenever you buy into Forex or
The
sell?
easiest way to dumb it all the way down, like all the way down, is just saying I'm betting whether one currency will be stronger than the next currency. It's one currency against the other. So, for example, gold, we're betting if gold will be stronger or the dollar will be stronger based off our analysis, our educated prediction.
You could just call it contracts too.
But most people don't understand that.
Yeah, yeah.
So what?
That's the
What's
easiest
the
way to
take?
explain it. It's just if you're saying like, oh, is it a share or not a share? It's a contract share, all the same thing. But yeah, I mean, you're just
Yeah.
betting over one currency.
Where I come from,
over
people are
another.
very dumb. Like,
Yeah, but they'd be like, "Do you do stocks? You do stocks?"
Here's
like
the
you
thing.
get asked what is a stock.
When most people ask me about that, I just say I gamble for a living, literally.
Educated gambling, yeah.
When people say, what do you do for a living? I just say I gamble and just walk off.
And then they ask you want to play blackjack.
I'm like, yeah, I have no idea how to play that. Like, I was in Vegas. I didn't gamble one time. I don't know how to do any of that. My boys are like, let's gamble, let's gamble. I'm like, bro, I do that every single morning. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I take my gambling out
single-
at the casino. Me and gambling don't go well together.
Bro, my brother put 30 down and made 500 off of it in like literally a few minutes, and we just turned around and walked out.
See, my thing is when I go to a casino, I'll put like say 500 in, right? And I intend to lose that 500. If I make 5,000, I'll still keep playing till I lose all of it.
What
I
a
let
terrible-
all the greed out. I let all of it out in the casino.
Oh,
So that way
no.
I don't bring it back to the market.
Dude, my brother has lost so much money in the casino.
I never
Crazy fucking
gambled.
money.
I don't think
The
I've ever gambled
biggest-
a dollar.
Man, Tanner,
So fun.
I know Peter remembers, but Tanner, did you ever see my slideshows on? And I took it from someone else, obviously, one of the books I read, but Trading Like a Casino.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Man, Peter, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should break that down again. The numbers on how they make money, and they're able to generate 300 billion a year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They just have an
People think
edge.
it's a
They have an edge. They're supposed to
exactly.
have an edge too.
I want to do like that movie Hangover where Alan reads that book and learns how to count cards and makes a lot of money.
So you gonna get kicked out of the casino real quick if they catch you reading cards, you're out.
I'm gonna take off running with all the chips.
Oh, what an interesting day of trading. Man, gold was nice today. Gold was really nice. Nice gold. See, if I were trading GJ today, that would have been choppy. GJ would have been a loss, a small loss, a break even, and then the third time would have been the winner.
You should have been trading GU. I'm gonna get you on GU.
No, I refuse. See, look,
Nope.
GU broke in. I would have been good on GU. I would have cashed on GU once, probably a break even, and then a third time could have been another chance. But after I cashed once, I would have been done. GU was cleaner today, but I don't trade it because one day I was watching gold and GJ and they weren't moving. Then I went to GU and I just took a trade. I don't even know. It's probably maybe like 2 months ago. And then I was just sitting there. It was like a 3 or 4 pip loss I closed. And then I was mad that my day should have been break even. Like, shouldn't have even let myself get all antsy about trading or anything. So I just leave it alone. It's more now like kind of like an ego thing. Like, I'm just not gonna let myself do it.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, I'm just messing with you. You're good.
You're gonna end up talking me into
I will. I know I will.
it.
Tomorrow I'm gonna be like, yo,
one,
Tanner, check out GU.
maybe one day on a demo. How about that?
Yeah, all right,
Sounds
Tanner
fair.
Hussein, I gotta take off. Good session with you guys.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, Peter.
Take care.
Peter Piping.
Yeah, don't look like ain't really any reason for us to stay on here all day today. We done tracked GJ. We had a nice gold trade. I said multiple times I'm not trading GJ, just broke it down, explaining it. And then GU was nice. We explained this morning from Hussein's trade. So yeah, pretty nice session today, don't you think, Hussein?
Yeah, it was a great session.
Great.
What's up?
Yes,
That's
sir. Great session.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Dwayne, were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say it was a great session. I was also
Hey,
gonna say
Tanner, can you stop saying Dwayne, please?
Why?
I like to say Dwayne,
No, I like calling him Dwayne.
like
that's
Dwayne
how
the
I
Rock
say it.
Johnson.
It's D-Wayne.
So
Nah, then change your name. I'm not calling you Dwayne. That's too much syllables.
someone
That's
brought
how
up,
it's spelled.
someone brought it up to me, call him Dwayne, and no, I don't like that.
Who said
Dwayne.
that?
I don't even remember who it was. It was like last week. Someone said you keep calling him Dwayne, and it's Dwayne, and I'm like, I like Dwayne.
No, it is D-Wayne because my last name is Wayne Scott. My
Yeah, and
first
your
name is
first name is
Dylan.
Dylan, so it made sense to me.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I
Doesn't
was
make sense to me, but
but whatever floats your boat.
I'm just gonna go back to calling you Dylan.
No,
Were you asked a question? I feel like you were gonna ask a question.
yeah. Well, I was just gonna say like this morning when you, Hussein, and Peter, and I think Trap King said something to Tanner. Tanner's I've been like on a bunch of his calls like this, and Tanner trades the same way, and y'all were like, well, don't do this, and you need to look at it like this, and Tanner's like, no, I trade like this. This is how I'm gonna trade, and I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna bring it up earlier, but we were all talking. This is a prime example of mastering your strategy. Tanner is a prime example of that.
Yeah, it don't
So
matter.
like, and we're all like that. If it was my session, I'd be like that too. If Trap King, if it was his session, he'd be like that too. Peter too. Anyone should be like that. And that's why you guys are here learning from us. So that way we can teach you to be like that as well.
Because here's the thing, Dylan. Like, if somebody were to get on here that made 100K last year and flaunted like, oh, okay, I made 100K last year and I'm gonna sell gold here, and they go, okay, I'm in a sell, but I see my setup on a buy every single time. It doesn't matter if it's God himself that says I'm going to sell this. Every single time I see my setup, I'm going to do the same thing. And just because someone says, well, oh, why? I think that stop loss is too tight for you, not for me. This is
Yeah,
exactly how I'm going to do
exactly.
it. It's robotic every time. I'm going to
Yeah,
literally
and
just
that's how you make money.
act like a robot. Same thing over and over and over. It doesn't matter what Hussein says. Hussein sold GU this morning. I broke it down and I would have made money and I still didn't trade it because it's not a part of what I'm doing right now.
But he agreed with it and it helped me. And
GJ,
we
the
all
same
help each
thing.
other.
I explained this a couple times on ways to manage losses, break even in a winner, and I still didn't execute on not a single trade. Gold is literally it. GU
One thing
didn't
you guys
execute
should
there.
notice is that between us, just me, Tanner, Chapting, Peter, we've made a lot of money in these markets. We've made great money in these markets. I wouldn't say a lot because I compare it to Jeff Bezos and, it's nothing compared to him. But for retail traders, we've made great money. But look at us. None of us have egos. We all, learn from each other. We all give each other advice. We all listen to each other. That's the biggest thing, is listening to one another.
Sometimes it's hard for me to shut my fat mouth, but it's good for you.
Yeah, you need to shut up, Tanner. Starting to piss me off.
Talking too much.
No, I'm kidding. You're good.
Bro, I wish people would have seen the way we used to run our streams. Oh my God, we'd literally be on there for 20 hours straight. I'm not kidding. Yeah, it was crazy. Literally 20 hours straight. I'm not joking. We would fall asleep snoring on there and stuff.
Man, the grind was real. 24-hour education runs, literally every weekend simulating the markets, just going back years and years and years to the point where there was no more simulating in the market. We just did everything.
I don't even know why we did that for real. I'm glad I did, but hindsight is stupid. 20 hours straight just sitting there on the charts.
It's good if you're trying to learn or master a new strategy, but you still have to apply it live.
Yeah. See, I don't regret any of that. I could easily say I put in thousands of hours in the chart, which really helped me.
The only thing I'd say I would regret is not putting in more time.
Yeah, true.
Honestly, time is a beauty. It can be against you or it can be with you.
So I've been tracking my trades for about a week and a half now. And I write okay, let me click it real quick. Okay, so I write the date, I write the day, I write if I bought or sold, uptrend or downtrend, what pair it was. And then I post a pic of my entry, like when I first take the trade, and then my exit, when I exit the trade, and then I put if it's a win, loss, or a break even. And then I put a whole bunch of notes as to why I took that trade. And it's been helping me so much, because I feel like I was learning, but then when I go into it, I feel like I'm going blind or something. And now that I've been tracking all my trades, it's helped me out so much.
And Dylan, you're doing what 95% of the industry fails to do. And that's why 95% of the industry fails.
See, y'all always talked about it, and I never realized how important it was. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, what could it hurt? It's going to take me 2 minutes to type all this stuff in. It's like, why not type it in?
Man, it makes a huge difference. Like a massive difference.
Like in the beginning of this year, from January, I journaled all my trades, and I realized that I was taking some losses pre-New York at 6 a.m. So then I stopped trading pre-New York, only the 7 o'clock open until 9. And I caught out literally 90% of my losses this year already. So that is why it's important. You can look back and go, oh, at this time I looked at a loss, and I was looking at it. I probably still have the text to one of my friends. I was talking to him about it. I'm like, bro, I continuously take a loss at this time. I'm done doing it. and then I
Yeah.
just stopped doing it.
Like it's really easy to see or think that it works easily because you guys see us doing it on a daily basis and just executing, but the work that goes behind it is so much more. And that's what we're trying to put into you guys is just, you know, what you're doing, Dylan. Exactly that.
Yeah, a lot
My
of people are
motto has
lazy.
always been, yeah, my motto has always been take what we teach you, make it your own, make it better, and pay it forward.
Yeah, if you aren't working on your edge, someone else is. There's this good story I heard. This my favorite trading podcast. It's Hussein's too. Tom Dante,
Oh
Trader
my God,
Dante
I love that one.
from London on Chat with Traders. He was trading prop.
Episode 39.
Yep, he was trading prop with a firm in London, like on a floor, and some guy had made like a few $100,000 in that firm in one day trading currency, and he like Dante forgot his key in the office and made it all the way home. So he got back on the train, had to go all the way back into the city, get his key. When he went in there, there's like one light on in the back corner of the firm. And it was that guy who made the like few $100,000, journaling his trades, looking at things for the next day. It was there like hours after everyone. And he had said something like, if you aren't working on your edge, someone else is. It's one of my favorite things. Like the guys who have all the money, they're not like the people, talking about, oh, we're gonna go stay here at this place and spend this much and
And that's
travel
when
and blah blah
Tom
blah. What's
that's
that?
when Tom Dante was actually struggling. That's
Yeah.
the guy that helped him break through.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's a great story. Great
He's
podcast.
so transparent too. Like he'll let you know trading's hard for real. It's not a fun game if you do not know what you're doing. It can be as easy as you make it or as hard as you make it. Normally
One
people
of
make it hard.
and Tanner, I know you can agree to this. One of the biggest eye-opening moments for me was not really realizing, because we all realize this, but actually understanding that this is a long-term game. Look at the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years. Don't look at tomorrow. Don't look at today. And you just got to work aggressively. Like Gary Vee says, he says, be aggressively patient. That's how we should all be.
Yep. Yeah, it's not. I don't ever tell anyone it's easy. It's not at all. You're not gonna make a bunch of money or nothing right off the bat. Not a lot of people have
You'll gain a
false
lot of
expectations.
knowledge, but you won't
Yeah.
make the money.
Yeah, not at all. Takes a long time. There is people that have done it fast, but it's few in between.
Yeah.
It's not often.
I mean, like someone like me, I made a lot of money in the beginning, and then I had to take time off to like reset myself and actually slow it down and then get back into it.
See, I lost
And
20K in one night.
yeah, that happened to me actually. That month I made 60K. The next month my ego got the best of me and I lost 20K in a day.
Yeah.
Y'all lost 20K in a day?
I'll tell you mine was nothing. It wasn't because I was wrong or nothing. I was testing a strategy on a demo. I thought I was on my demo account. I put in a huge lot with no stop loss and I just went to bed. I don't even know how it makes me sick to my stomach thinking about it because at the time it was just so idiotic. But
you know what's crazy for me is when I lost that 20K, 1 pip was the difference for me. Literally a pip. I said, no, I want 1 more pip because my account was going to hit 50,000. It was a different account. It was a new account that I took to 20K. Right, like 1 pip I was going to close. Euro USD, wicked it didn't hit. It wicked almost that 1 pip, and I just kept holding and holding and holding. It went negative, and I lost, and then I revenge traded, and then boom, the account was gone.
yeah, there's bad learning curve sometimes. Even if you don't mean to do something, you do it. It's just terrible learning.
Yeah, I had like me and Tanner were self-taught, like literally self-taught. We never had the mentors to guide us. We just had each other, you know.
Yeah.
That happens to me, and I stopped doing it. Like when I'm in a trade and it's going my way, I'm like, all right, when my account gets to 475, I'm gonna close. That damn thing will get to 470 and just tank. It'll just completely go the other way. So I stopped doing that.
That's why when something makes an impulse in my direction, if that volume is going to kick in and it's going to make that impulse in my direction, I close it. I set it at break even. Like you see when gold finally broke out and started running on a higher time frame, you should and could do the same thing. Because look, if you're going to be right about that trade, do you really want to sit and draw down? Do you really want to deal with this or that? Like chances are probably not. When the structure breaks, like within reason, just put it at break even like we did with gold. It makes it way less stressful. Then you don't have to worry about, again, it just goes back to being robotic. Like if this thing would have came back and hit me at break even, like if I would have held this and this hit me at break even, I would not have traded it again. It just, that would have been, it is what it is. But it's just, you got to do the same thing over and over. Like exactly how I broke down GJ with a loss and then a break even and then another entry and then covering the money so you can cover the loss and then make money. Like that's just exactly how it's done. You just over and over. You don't really think about it anymore.
One of the best decisions I ever made was getting off of the social media hype of trading.
Oh yeah.
Oh
See
my God.
And I used to, like Hussein used to do this bad. I used to do it a little bit, just blasting the money and the profits and this and that. And that is what leads people into the wrong thing, because I watched the people on social media post money and money and money and money. I got onto the whole social media when I deleted like my Telegram, my Instagram, everything for months, and I went and traded. That is when I came back, and then I was just scalping like this, and Hussein was launching no risk, and then I came on there and was just scalping. Like I came off of a huge like months break from just social media and everything, just to refine all my trading and everything. When you get suckered into what everyone else is doing, man, it's a downhill spiral.
And not just with trading, with life, everything. It's like you get rid of, it's not, you could have social media post, but don't spend more than 5-10 minutes on it. Like just get off of it. Don't look at people's stories, don't look at posts, just look at it for 5-10 minutes and get off. I reply to a few stories. Like I see Dylan a lot, I replied to a few. I see Nancy a lot, I reply to a few, and I'm off. I don't get on social media for the rest of the day, because it's just it your brain starts to subconsciously feel like that you need to be like those people. So, whether they're partying or trading, whatever they're doing, it's just, but that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna hop off, go get some sleep.
Yeah, I've got some things I need to take care of today too. So we had a good session today. We're gonna run it back Friday. We'll get back on, and then, well, no risk, we'll be back on tomorrow, but to the public Friday, we'll be back on. And then, yeah, good gold trade today. No one else over trade. Don't go clicking your buttons, acting all crazy. Leave everything alone.
Correct.
So,
And remember the
I made it
saying,
back for the last few minutes, but good stories. I'll learn from you guys' mistakes, hopefully.
oh yeah, for sure. Please do. Don't make,
appreciate you, Jay.
so